What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I saw that there was gonna be a beautiful sunset. I'm still new to this whole area. Right now, I'm at the Usery Mountain Regional Park. I was just driving by and I saw this and it looked great. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop in. There's all kinds of like cactuses and stuff around. It's just beautiful. This is one of the things when you're new in an area, it's nice to just get out and explore because I have no idea if the sun is gonna drop behind a low mountain or a tall mountain or what kind of composition there is wherever I'm going. It's kind of like par for the course, you know, like you go out to explore, you go with the mindset that you might not get anything. You don't know if there's going to be a composition here, but I always try to get at least one picture that I like. I try my best, but it looks like the sky is cooperating today, so I'm going to get going and see how it goes. Got my R5, got the 15 to 35 millimeter on right now. And I'll definitely bring my 70 to 200 just in case. All right, time to go. I'm not even really sure what I'm looking for. I'm just looking around to try and see if there's some kind of cool composition. I like these big old cactuses, cacti, whatever. But man, I really gotta look out for these jumping cholla, man. These things, oh, look at this, it's just right here. Look at that little guy. If you're not paying attention, that dude will get you right there. Gotta be careful. Watch out for that guy. I'm coming over here because I see a lot of different cactuses and cholla. Oh, I like that. I like that, how it's really illuminated. This is kind of cool. And it's in the right direction of the sunset. I might need to see what this is like here. I gotta be careful where I put my bag. All these little cholla pieces around. And luckily, I'm just pretty close to the parking lot still because I'm stupid and forgot my tripod in case I want some long exposure, and y'all know I love my long exposure. It's pretty. I need to go get my tripod. Now that I got my left arm, I can't believe I left my left arm back in the car. All right, how we gonna do it? That's a pretty good composition. So I've got one cactus, one in the middle, and then the cholla right in front. It's kind of cool. I've got like a little bit of depth, giving your eye something to look at throughout the whole picture, not just one subject. I'm gonna bracket this so I can make sure I keep the sky, but also get the shadows. Man, that is so pretty. Got a nice little sun flare too, because I'm at f/18. Basically, my composition is this. There's like this, the big one in the middle, the cholla, of course, and then there's another little, like a long one over there, with this middle one kind of in the center almost. Maybe I'll crop in a little bit, but I don't want to lose over there. But see, now by moving that over, I got another couple of cactuses that are kind of cool and unique. And because the sun is getting to a point now where it's behind the bush right there, just barely touching the top of the bush, I'm really getting the sun star, the sun flare coming out, which is great. Now it's time to find another spot. So, let's get going. Oh, cholla. Mas cholla. Always got to look out for those guys. Oh, this is cool here. I like the composition around here, and I need to get closer, but there's a cholla right here. Oh, I don't want to be right there. I got to find something else. Maybe if I walk back a little bit. This cholla right here is pretty big. Big open space. See how this does. There's kind of a cool composition here. with these cholla and this cactus with the cool arms. It's not as cool as I thought, not from right there at least. Still bracketing these. I'm not feeling this area as much as I was the other area, so we're gonna keep going. And that light is fading fast. Y'all know how it goes. How fast are these clouds moving? You know what? I'm gonna get my ND filter and maybe do some bulb mode. See how that goes. All right, let's see now. Ooh, ooh. Now that is cool because I can do a long exposure. Let's just see. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see that. That kind of came out cool. I like it. I need to mess around a little bit more, but let's see what I can do.
Now this ended up being a shot that I'm not super excited about. I do love the movement in the clouds from doing an almost 2-minute exposure, and I also like the sun flare I got, but I definitely feel I could have picked a better composition here. It sort of falls flat for me. The cacti don't really have the depth to make this as interesting as I would have hoped it would be, as well as being too close to the edges of the picture. I would have shot wider, but there were a few other elements that would have made their way into the frame, so I went for a tighter crop. Also, I really had to fight a lot with the colors and vignetting that are produced when stacking the variable neutral density filter and the polarizer together. I probably spent a lot more time trying to fix this than what the shot is really worth to me compared to the other shots that I got.
All right, I'm living on the edge. Getting very close to these cholla. Oh, as long as I'm just careful, because that does not feel good, but the composition is pretty cool. I'm trying to get all this here. That's pretty. I'm gonna go down a few more stops because I'm really liking the colors that it's doing, and it's giving me that smooth feeling of the clouds. Definitely more a fan of that long exposure vibe. Oh man, there's all kinds of cholla around here. Woo! All right, let's see how that turned out. Ooh.
I like this shot a lot more than the previous long exposure. It feels a lot more balanced being closer to the cacti. And because I'm zoomed in to 35mm, I can mitigate the colors and vignetting from stacking the polarizer and ND filter a lot more than the previous shot. And as usual, I just love the movement that these extra long exposures gives to the clouds. It also helps that the cactus and the cholla are as sturdy and rigid as they are. Doing a 2-minute exposure in nature can sometimes be very tricky. That's a long time for anything in your frame to be able to sway in the wind.
Well, kind of losing the light, so I'm gonna try and get what I can. The sky is looking awesome though, I'm telling you. Wow. I wanna get these big cactuses. Do y'all call them cacti or cactuses? Now I'm just looking for something that I can get low enough and shoot up. This looks kind of cool. See how this looks.
I enjoy this composition here, but I feel like it definitely can be improved upon. I usually would like to have a bit more sky above the cactus, as well as a bit more dirt or foreground below the cholla. But if I would have gone any wider, then I would have had other trees and cactus coming into my frame, and it just felt a little sloppy to have those bits creeping in. So this was as wide as I could go with still maintaining the composition and not getting eyesores on the sides. Of course, I could always just Photoshop that out. That's easy to do, but in the last few years, I've really been trying to do less of that sort of photoshopping. And as gorgeous as the sky was, I really wish I could have had those clouds and that color fill the frame. Since the clouds were so low, I had to find a different spot where I might be able to make that happen with a composition that I like.
Okay, that sky is gorgeous. So I got a longer lens to get that sky. but those trees are in my way. I just had to run down the way to get some shots because I found a composition. It's pretty cool, but I didn't bring my bag with me and I didn't have my wide angle, which would have been better. But I made the 70-200 work. I hope it looks cool. The sky is looking beautiful right now. And let's see what I got. That's pretty. Yeah. Pretty sky. Yep. Losing it though, but it's pretty. All right, well, let's get back to the car. It's getting cold out. All right. Oh. Well, that was it. The sky is still really pretty, but everything that I would get right here would just be silhouettes. And I've gotten a lot of silhouette cactus shots, so I think I'm gonna call this one a day, call it a success, because I did get some really cool shots that I'm stoked with, and I did find a new place that I've never been to before. And there's so many shots that you could have here. Like you could go hiking up the mountain. You could go all over the place here and get all kinds of compositions. So it's pretty cool. I wish it wasn't a $7 park fee to come here, but that's how it goes. I was hoping that with like an America the Beautiful pass or, you know, a state park pass or something, I was hoping that that would cover it, but it doesn't. You need a whole separate pass for them. So $7 to get into Usery Mountain Recreation Area. So definitely pretty, but time to get on out. I'm hungry. Gonna get home because it's cold. It's like 60 degrees and I'm freezing. So yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to see or want me to talk about when it comes to how I shoot, what I'm looking for, my process, anything, drop some comments below. Let me know what's up. See you guys soon. Peace.